Hello, hello. Good morning, Spectrum friends. It is Maddie with Spectrum Art. Miss Madison is back there doing some homeschooling, and I wanted to jump on really quick and share with you guys something that we started working on last night, and something that is close and dear to our heart, which is recycling, repurposing, right? How appropriate that the actual item that we are going to be using on the inside says recycle, reuse, and reduce, right? So, what are these? These are actual shopping paper bags. So when you go grocery shopping, you could ask instead of for plastic, ask for some paper bags, and then we can actually turn them into something that we can actually reuse and repurpose, and that'll be totally cute to use in our projects, right? Or to send out or to give to our friends in Happy Mail. So last night during our live, which is Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in case you haven't joined us ever, please feel free to stop by and say hello. And we chat and craft and play games and do product reviews and, talk about news and whatever's happening, whatever comes to mind. So it's just a great time to hang out with friends. So yesterday I had started working on these, and like I said, we all either go grocery shopping and can pick up some paper bags from the grocery store, or sometimes we actually get boxes, right, from online shopping, Amazon, whatever, and they will include craft paper in there. So this is another great way to get some of that craft paper to make these. And I'm actually thinking about doing a series because we had a few paper bags from the last grocery trip, and so I am trying to find different ways to use them. So just be on the lookout because I might actually do like a 2 or 3 part series on these. But let's get right into it. So I went ahead and cut them out, as you can see, right? Folded them over. Actually, the bag was already folded, so that made it kind of simple. And I'm going to just share with you really quick what I've done, and then I'm going to speed through, and we're going to go ahead and collage these together. What I used was the EK Success 1 3/4 circle punch to cut out that half semicircle on there. And so we have, these envelopes. And again, you're going to notice they're organic. None of them are the same height. None of them are the same width. Basically just cut, whatever works. And then last night, I started on this one. Now, I got some of it done, but then when I was looking at it this morning, I thought, oh, that could use some more. So you can see that some stuff is still not glued down. One of the things that we do is we actually take a picture of the layout. Once we have a layout that we like, in order to be able to glue it, we take a picture, and then that way we can always refer back to it for gluing it back on. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to actually be collaging them, adding some little bits and pieces, moving them around, but we have an idea or starting point already. And just like this one, we had the skeleton, but I decided to go ahead and add these down here, just to add a little bit more to it. And then of course we use some lace. Some of the basic items that we used, in case you want to craft along, get yourself a paper bag, get yourself some paper. We pulled some pages from here, some maps, some from this pad. So just find something that coordinates, and some from this one, cartographer. So, and this is from Prima. So just all you're going to need are like little, rectangles and pieces. So even if you have scraps, this is a great time to go ahead and use them. Now, we use some Fabri-Tac and some lace to just add a little bit of something to the top of that. We used some additional embellishments from Tracy Fox. These are some of her digital printable kits that we always have at hand because they're amazing for collaging. The main thing to this is this Kaiser Craft collectibles. It's an ephemera pack. It's called let's focus in. It's called Cottage Rose, and it comes with all these little pieces right there. Oh, let's see. I should probably take it out of the plastic.
I want to say that that's the prettiest pack ever.
Yeah, we have a lot of these because they're just great to have for when you want to do collaging. Come on. It's going to focus in eventually, guys. I promise. There it goes. So it comes with all these bits and pieces. But I'm going to link down below the video from last night so you can see how we were putting them together. I separated them into larger elements. I still have all of these left. Aren't these amazing? Look at these doors. They're so cool. Madison's right. This one's pretty cool, right? What's there not to love about roses, clocks, and doors?
And keys.
And keys. Yes, it came with a whole bunch of keys and keyholes and door knockers and just really cool. So we use, that was the main inspiration for this. So this whole, all of these envelopes are going to be done with this collection, adding little bits and pieces from the Tracy Fox printables. Some inkers, right? Some ink little pads to go around and distress. We use our distress inks as well, just to give those edges a little bit more of a finish. Of course, you'll need some white glue. For that, we talked about our punch. I think that's pretty much what we used. So if you want to gather those together, we'll go ahead and start crafting along, right? And maybe we'll do some chit-chatting along the way. Or maybe I'll just play you some really nice music. So, hope you enjoy it. Well, here's a tip and something I just realized. So after doing all those, I haven't done these yet, but after doing all these right here, I realized that when you flip it open, it would be a great detail to actually do that inside flap as well as these corners here, right? So that it's all nice and distressed. So you can see the difference between that and opening this one, right? So you have the color here, but not here and not here. So that's another great reason why not to seal this. If you notice, I never close the envelopes from the beginning for the simple reason that when you try to get in here, if this was glued, right, and we were trying to get a dauber in here, it would be very difficult. So it's easiest to just leave them open until you are all done and ready to just either glue them down, stitch them, or however you want to go ahead and close those, maybe some washi tape, so many different options. But once again, want to make sure that you guys realize that it is important to be able to go back and not forget those little details like the inside here and all of these sides. So I will go back and redo or finish the ones that I had already done, and I'll be back. And for the final step, we took them over to the sewing machine and we stitched them closed. Now, if you were wondering as you were watching why I kept ensuring that certain elements or pieces of ephemera were actually below the envelope flap, it is because I had a new idea, which is a totally different new type of closure. Okay, so hopefully you'll like this. I actually decided that the closure would actually be done by a piece of embellishment or a piece of ephemera. So in this case, here's our pocket, right, our envelope. And if you notice, the flap is being held down, and it's being held down by a piece of ephemera in that pocket. And all I have to do is lift that, and it opens up to reveal yet another pocket here, a big, large pocket actually. And then, of course, we still have our large pocket where we can put all kinds of other goodies and pieces. So that one was that one. I'll go through them really quick. So hopefully it'll give you some ideas and inspiration. Here's this one. Now in this one I did yet something different again. I did a side pocket, right? So that hides those two. And then of course, once again, we have our flap being held down by a piece of ephemera. But another option too was I kind of left the top of that doily so that it also holds it down. And once again, we have our large, large pocket. So this also becomes a tuck if you wanted to actually tuck stuff in there, see? And it's a side tuck as well. So there's that one. So as you can see, we were able to fit a whole lot of ephemera, and we could still, of course, put tons more. I just kind of put some stuff in there to hold them closed, but we have still the large pocket. And I know the picture's a little bit blurry. It is very late at night right now, and it's dark in here, so it's hard for the camera to once again do that focus. But I will do some still photos for you at the end here, so you can take a look at the details if you'd like. Once again, thanks so much for joining us. We hope that you've liked it. We hope that you um, hopefully walked away with some inspiration and a new idea for a closure for your envelopes, right? So, and that you are inspired to recycle. As I mentioned, I am going to go ahead and make some more of these and load them. So you go ahead and get to your grocery store or save that craft paper that comes in your packaging and just set it to the side, because I'm going to probably do 2 or 3 of these so that you have enough inspiration to maybe use an entire grocery bag, right? Thanks again. You guys have a blessed day, and we will see you back soon. Bye.